This is Web 2.0 Resources in the Music Classroom, a professional development course designed for K-12 music teachers in the Madison local school districts. This is an online course to allow these teachers to work through it at their own pace and in their own comfort of their own home or at school when they have a free moment. It's designed to be a one-year-long professional development course in which they begin this section anywhere from August to about November. They begin implementing these technologies in their classroom from November until the end of the year. At the end of the year, they will meet on the teacher workday and discuss how they use these tools in their classroom, the response of the teachers, the response of the students, and then also the parents. It starts off pretty basic. Welcome to Web 2.0 Resources in the Music Classroom. There's a brief introduction to kind of get them used to the idea of what Web 2.0 resources, this professional development is going to be all about. It explains that in every topic you're going to have to create some sort of product to use in your classroom, whether it be with Facebook or blogging or Twitter or AudioBoo, which are the 4 technologies we'll be using. And then it says you must take a pre-assessment survey to assess your current understanding of the technologies that will be taught and your knowledge of how to adapt these tools for your specific content area. The pre-assessment is a Google Docs survey. It opens up in a new window, makes it easier on the users so that they do not have to constantly be using the back button. It's a wonderful tool to understand whether or not these users are ready and able to take the course. Starts with a name box so that I can evaluate each person individually, what school they currently teach at, it's a drop-down menu, and then basic, not too thought-provoking, basic questions that you just have to click to answer. How comfortable are you with using a personal computer? Do you feel confident in using the internet? Can you use an online search engine? Can you use a microphone? Do you know how to upload a video? Basic questions that if they answer no to, we have to start back at the simple task and they will not be able to continue on with this course. At the end, I ask about Web 2.0 technology specifically. I'm not expecting too much here, but I just want to see if they have any background knowledge with these technologies. And then specifically with the tools that we're going to be using, Twitter, blogging, Facebook, and AudioBoo. And I ask them if they have an account and if they are using them currently in their classroom. At the end of the page, I ask if they are intimidated to use technology in their classroom, which is a really important answer. If you are intimidated, then we need to address that fact. If you're not, that's really awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is your likelihood of incorporating technology into your classroom? Hopefully, over the course of this module in Moodle, you will go from, say you're at a 7 now, to a 9, or a 5 to a 7. We want to see your progress that you're making. And then at the end, what are your personal feelings about technology in the classroom and 21st century learner? I want to know how you're personally feeling. Do you think it's a fad? Do you think it's nonsense? Are you really excited but just nervous? Do you think the 21st century learner shouldn't be using technology in the classroom? What are your personal feelings so that I can assess them and use them in the course? And then at the end, email me whenever you feel the need. Obviously, I will be there for you. But you can also post suggestions, comments, or ideas to the discussion board. There's a discussion board called Support for the Cause. This is a pretty basic one. There will be one at the end of every section, but this is one for basic questions. I have already created my first post. Email is great, but sometimes I found from my own personal experience that students can answer their own questions, and sometimes it's much faster than waiting for a response. So say I don't respond to you for 3 or 4 hours, but your fellow students are online and they're taking the course with you and they're checking that themselves. They can sometimes answer a question much quicker. Web 2.0 tools in the social media is the first topic. There's a brief explanation of Web 2.0 tools, how we're going to be utilizing them, their importance, and then in the second paragraph right here, it's going to explain to you exactly what you need to do in order to continue on to the next lesson. It also talks about the fact that you need to experience these firsthand. That's the best way to really start to learn these technologies. And so we're not expecting much out of this lesson, just kind of exposing you to the technology, making sure that you understand them. The best way to learn, once again, is by experiencing them on your own. In order to move on, you must compose one post on the discussion board stating what you have learned about Web 2.0 tools and respond to a minimum of 2 classmates. Just to start a discussion. You do need to list for me 4 Web 2.0 tools that you have used. I try to start every topic out with a video. It doesn't always work, but this is What is Web 2.0, a great video resource by Web Smart TV and a great introduction to what Web 2.0 tools are. So you have the video, opens up in a different page, which is awesome, helps keep everything organized, and then at the bottom there is actually, this is running a little slow, but at the bottom there is actually a description of Web 2.0 in the written word. So if the video is a little bit hard to understand, which I think it's a really great video, but if you're not a person who learns that way, you can read the information underneath, and then from there you can move on. There are also a lot of really great links. I'm not exactly sure what's happening right now, but there are also a lot of great links on, let's see if we can open it back up. There are a lot of great links on the website to other, there we go. There are other great links to information about Web 2.0 tools at the bottom of the page, so you can always experience more in depth what this is. So no problem, great video, great explanation. Underneath I have Wikipedia definition of Web 2.0 so they can explore it on their own. Not always the most accurate information, but this is a really great definition. It goes in depth with the history, and for this one it is pretty accurate. A Web 2.0 Prezi created by Keith Farrell. It has a great definition of what Web 2.0 is, and then it goes into more detail, examining 9 tools that you can use in your classroom. Search engine created by EduTeacher. If they're struggling to find what kind of Web 2.0 tools they should use in their classroom, great tool. You search for your content area, your grade level, and then it pops up with a whole bunch of different tools for those specific constraints. And then Web 2.0 tools and examples are ways to start thinking about how to incorporate these into your classroom. And then at the bottom, the discussion post, what have you learned about Web 2.0? Very basic, very simple, a great way to start, and it's all in chronological order, so it makes sense to start with an example, to then go on to start exploring, and then explain what you have learned. The next topic is Twitter. It's the same format. We have an introduction, and then we talk about Twitter. We talk about the fact that, contrary to popular belief, it can be private and protect students. So that's something that most teachers are always fearful of, which they should be, making sure that you're protecting your students and yourself. And then to complete this lesson, you must follow 4 educational users, post a minimum of 2 tweets, 2 retweets, post a comment on the discussion board. With one way you could use this technology and respond to at least 2 of your classmates. So exactly how do you move on towards the next lesson? It's laid out in the very last sentence of that paragraph for every single topic, which is great. Starts with Twitter in the classroom, another video explaining Twitter and how it's being used by a teacher currently and how successful she's been in the responses to their students, which is great. Introduction to teachers, how this is actually being used. And then how to set up a Twitter account, how to add users to a Twitter account. These are both web pages, so they just link, and then there's an explanation, and there are links in here. Twitter.com, if you're still confused and you can't follow the Twitter.com directions, then there is a video here by AK Style, how to create a Twitter website, and then here, how you retweet, how you tweet. And then here, you have adding users to Twitter. I also have linked on here EdTech Twitter users and education Twitter users, so if you don't know how to find users to follow, these are great resources, and then I recommend a few others that I follow and am personally pretty impressed with. And then Twitter is safe for students, just a quick video explaining how to make it safe, how to set up accounts for your students not using their full names, and then these 2 links explain how to use them in your class. So from top to bottom, what is Twitter, how to set it up, how to use it, how it's safe, and then how you can use it in your classroom. So Twitter name, put your Twitter name on the discussion post, and I can follow you and evaluate whether or not you have done all of the things required of you to move on to the next lesson. Facebook groups, same idea. Explanation of Facebook, it goes a little bit more in depth, explains some issues that you should be concerned with, making sure you have a professional account as opposed to a personal account, making sure that you're getting permission, what not to do, not sending private messages, not friending your students, making sure that you keep it all on the up and up so that you do protect yourself and your students. And then to complete this lesson, once again, last sentence on the paragraph explains to you how to actually move on to the next lesson. So create a Facebook account, Facebook group, Facebook poll, upload a video, and email members of the group, post on the discussion board. So how to create a Facebook account, creating and using Facebook accounts, and how to use Facebook safely and effectively, all web pages, explanations and links. Most of this information, not here, but most of the information on the other two web pages are actually direct from Facebook. They have really great resources to help you set this up for your classroom. And then Facebook name and discussion post your Facebook group name so that I can try to locate it and see whether or not you have set up all the necessary information. Blogging and Blogger. Once again, communication right here, a paragraph explaining to you what blogging is all about, some brief definitions, and then at the end, what do I need to do to move on? Before you move on, you need to create a blog, change the theme, create a new post, publish your blog, and create a post on the discussion board illustrating how you could use it in your classroom in response to classmates. What is a blog? This is a great video introduction from Common Craft explaining what exactly is a blog. It's a little older, but it's still a great resource. Blogs in education and blogs according to Blogger, how to use blogs and what they're all about. And then how to create a blog, how to get started with it, and then how to use them in your classroom. Update your discussion board with how to use it in your class. Give me your blog name so I can follow it and see whether you've met the criteria. Audio booth, same format. Introduction, definition, and then how do you complete right here. Create an audio boo account, create and publish at least one boo. That explains how you could use this in your classroom, and upload the website address right here of your personal audio boo page. Most of this information is straight from audio boo. So audio boo and introduction comes right from the website. Word from the creator tells how they're currently using it and updating it. How to create one. This focuses more on the computer site, not the apps that you can use for your phones. And then how to use it in the classroom, and then write your audio boo account information. The last topic is completing the course and reminding you that we will meet on the teacher workday at the end of the school year to discuss the technologies. A post-assessment, another Google Doc. It's a little bit different format because now I'm not just asking you yes or no answers. I'm also asking you to tell me, will you use this and how, and if not, why, so that if the answer is no, I will know why you're uncomfortable with it, and we can discuss that by ourselves. And then at the bottom, most of it's repeated, but then I also ask you, would you be able to assist another teacher in learning these technologies? Because I need to know if I could have you help me out if I need to teach this to another group of teachers. And then a formative evaluation, another Google Doc to help me change the site to make it better for future learners. So did the format of the course make the tutorials easy? What could improve the overall course? Were they a good length? Lots of stuff. Was it helpful when you were doing it online and all of that? So that is music resources in Web 2.0. And it's a pretty easy layout. Goes straight top to bottom chronologically. None of these are too in-depth, and the evaluations are all your own creations of your product to help me know that you'll be able to do this in your own classrooms.